In this video, we will see how we can increase the size of an array when it is created inside heap. So for that, I will take one pointer p as well as I will keep ready one pointer q. First of all, using p, I will create a array of size 5. So already we have seen how to create an array inside heap. Using p, I will create an array inside heap. Using malloc function, already we have seen how to do that. Malloc and of size 5, size of integer. So this will create an array of size 5. Now in that p array, directly I will fill up the values. I will insert odd numbers. P of 0 assign 3, then p of 1 assign 5. Likewise, I will fill up all of them. Now I will display that array p. So for that, I will take one variable I for running a for loop. Here I will print all the values of an array p just to confirm the values are stored in an array. I less than 5, I plus plus. Now printf percentile d, then next line, I'll print the values from p of I. So this should print all the values from 0 to 4, that is 3 to 11. Let us run the program. Yes, I got the values from 3 to 11. Now suppose this array size 5 is not sufficient and I want a larger array, then same p I cannot extend its size, then I should take another pointer, that is q. With the help of another pointer, I should create an array of larger size. So here I will create an array of larger size. Malloc, I will create an array of size 10. So size of integer. So q will allocate memory in heap for an array of size 10. Now the values are already there inside p array. Those values I want them to be transferred to q. So using a for loop I can do this. For I assign 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. Then in q of I should copy the values from p of I. This will copy all the elements to q. Now this for loop that is used for printing the elements from p, I will just change it to q. So let us see whether the elements are copied in q or not. I will run the program. I should get all the elements that are 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 that are copied in q also. Those elements should be printed. Yes, I am getting those elements. Now after copying at this line, I will say p assign q. Now p is pointing on q. And I will make q as null, that q array, that q pointer is made as null, so q is not pointing anywhere. See, right now q is not pointing anywhere, but if I try to print the array that is pointed by q, then see what happens. I got an error because q is null pointer. So here inside the debug area you can see that q is null right now and p is pointing on some other location. So I cannot use q now. Now let us print the values using p. Yes, the values are printed. But one thing we have missed, that p array before p is pointing on q, p should delete that previous array. So for deleting, free p. So after freeing that memory, p should point on q, then q should be made as null. Then I can access the array of size 10 with the help of q pointer. So though I don't have extra values, I have only 5 values stored in a new array also. So I am displaying only 5 elements. Let us put a breakpoint here in the beginning of the program and debug this program. So let us trace it line by line and see how things are working. Now P is pointer pointing to a address, that is last 3 digits. If you see, if you look into this debug area, that is watch, Pointer P is having address ending with 4F8, so it is pointing on this address. Right now, pointer is garbage. It's not having any address, valid address, because this statement of creating of memory from heap is not yet executed. Let us continue execution. Now you can see that pointer P is pointing at an address that is ending with 9B0. I'll continue. Now Q is null right now. Q is null. So Q is not pointing anywhere. Continue. Now Q is pointing at an address ending with 470. And the value present at the first address where Q is pointing is 0. And the P is pointing at an address where the value is 3 because we have initialized this value 3. Q is just now created using this statement. So Q is having new address but there are no values. Now let us run this loop. The values are being copied. Now you can see that Q is also having the first value, that is 3, and the address of Q, you remember, that is 470. It is 470 and the P is 9B0. Now it is at this line, that is free P. Let us finish this line. So P is gone. The address is same in P, but that address is invalid because the memory is already deallocated. Now next line, this is very important line. P assign Q. So the address of Q will be given to P. That is 470 will be given to P. Yes. P is having address 470 and Q is also having address 470. Now next line, Q becomes null and P is still pointing on the same address. So P is pointing on a new array. So when I print these values, they are printed using pointer P. So that's all. I have demonstrated how a array size can be increased. I have written the code and I have shown you. See, I have done board work, and that same board work, I have given a demonstration of that one. See, whatever we saw on whiteboard, that same thing I have demonstrated and I have shown you. Now, wherever you require, you have to follow these steps for increasing the size of an array. That's all in this video.